Hey, good morning, good afternoon, Beyonce Knowles. This is Rock doing your VOD review for the Dragonshire match that you regret letting KTZ through. Let's take a look and see if we can learn anything else besides KTZ stuff. So, let me make sure I got my settings right, because I don't feel like I'm seeing your clicks, your camera. Okay, now I'm seeing cameras and things move. Okay, let's back it up. Okay, so starting at level 1, what is our win condition, right? They gave us the Rexar, okay? So it doesn't matter who they put top unless they put 2 top Rexar wins. They have an early game KTZ, so KTZ wants to stack and wants to fight into you guys, so you don't want to give him stacks. So you probably could leave just Tychus middle and put Rexar top like you're doing, right? Rexar's going top right away. So you could probably just leave, you can probably leave Tychus and, well, you could probably leave 3. I would just break off immediately and do a 1-3-1 here. And just don't give KTZ stacks. Like, stay behind the wall, catch the soak that's safe, and just don't let him get any free stacks. Because if you look at how their damage structure works, outside of the CC from KTZ, you have to get bumped into a frozen thing or get polymorphed. So let's not give them an opportunity to get free stacks. So stepping up this far, honestly, is probably dangerous. So we scouted, we see they're there. Okay, we scouted and saw we're there, but we both walked back up into the bush. Like, we're Q builds, so we're looking for stacks as well, so that makes it hard because Comb wants stacks too, but we don't necessarily want to be giving KTZ stacks. So remember, Diablo early game is a squishy boy, and that was essentially all 5 of them fighting 2 of you. So it happens. It's what happens with early game stuff. Just something to remember and be aware of. Okay, so who's going bottom? Because we're still A-ramming middle here. Okay, so Tychus finally went bottom. So that kind of fits in with that role, right? We talked about how Erica was going to be the off the quote-unquote wave clearer. So yeah, Rexar versus Ragnaros is 100% a win for Rexar. So as long as you guys just... So they have a lot of control of the center vision here with the Zagara. So it's going to be hard for you guys to rotate as 4 without Zagara and them knowing. So are we going to be going for the early game camps here? So we went for the shrine, right? We're not going to actually fight for that shrine. Oh, there's a Zagara potentially. Okay, that's engaged is kind of weird. Right, we've got Tychus showing mid, so we don't really want to be fighting down here. So they got 4 showing. Just as long as you guys are communicating with Rexar top, you really shouldn't have to worry about the type of engages and things. So you stunned yourself. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. So, yes, you have buttons to push, but, like, you're pushing buttons in the middle of your lane. There's no kill pressure here, right? Neither of your DPS are with you, and you're trying to, like, shove someone into the tower. Like, sure, we can push them into the towers, but you attempting to do that nearly got you killed. And so now you have no tap, and you don't have any healing. So now when you actually need to be defending, you're going to have to go home. Okay, you're going to stay with low health. So we'll be okay. That's a good flip. Yep, and you're dead. So yeah, like I said, it's one of those early game Diablo things. If you guys are trying to be aggressive, Diablo needs to be aggressive from areas of attack where he can actually hit things into walls. Right? Like, we've given this whole bottom game, early game wall here because of some of our weird rotations, as well as not being on top of the soak down here. Like, we had Tychus rotate up and catch soak, which is fine. So he's like, but somehow the 3 of these ones, which don't have heavy siegers in them, manage to knock down your entire wall. So we need to be adjusting for what we're doing here because we can't afford to lose this wall because now we don't have protection from KTZ. When we've got our wall up, you can hide on the other side, but now that it's down, you guys are going to have to make different plays. And then Rexar's winning so hard that Rag's already coming middle. Right? So we'll have to see what we can do here. I said I think the biggest thing is to try and do our best to avoid giving KTZ stacks while being able to safely clear. Our clear, unfortunately, doesn't come online till later when we get the grenade at 7. So Zagara's sitting middle right now. Com's trying to get stacks. Diablo's back. So are we playing for the point? Okay. We don't need to play for the point, but that Zagara is out of position. But no one's joining you. Oh. Oh, that was a good look, Bo. Like, that Zagara was totally out of position. Were you thinking about catching Soak? Because, like, that rotation was perfect. Like, look here. You literally ran... let's come back. Okay. So right here, there's no waves to catch bottom. Right? The waves are in what we would call parity. Right? They're literally matching each other. The wave is here. The wave is here. So there's no threat bottom. No reason to be here unless you're looking for a kill with your man up. Right? And so since this is kind of a hard angle for you to attack from, if you're looking to fight bottom, you need to be coming down this way to find an angle to either flip and then throw them into the triangle or into the shrine here, or you need to be finding a way to get that wall bang off of one of these walls. But what you started doing, you walked right here. You were walking up towards this Zagara. This is beautiful. Right? Like, hey, I want Zagara. Yes, she's going to see, but, like, force her to do something. Like, don't let her free siege this building. Like, the whole mid-wall's gone because we're not answering Zagara either. And so we were looking at it, and then we mounted and went back. Because, like, Tychus is there. This is still a good flank. Because, like, as fast as Zagara runs, like, 2 of you can probably still get the wall bang here on this wall. So, that's the one thing. Like, Zagara has good wave clear and good vision, but she can't run. That's one of the ways. She's one of the most gankable, like, side offlaners or anchors. So, and instead, we kind of dance around here. And Zagara kills Tychus somehow. Was that a miscommunication from you guys? Because I thought for sure you would have been... So she's got Infest, too, so she's going to be pushing extra hard. And that's what happened. Tychus didn't realize that the minions do bonus damage. That's close. It was a good duel opportunity, Erica, but you got to watch out if she takes Infest. She had 6 archers that were doing, I think it's like triple damage or something like that. When she has Infest active. The ranged minions deal 125% additional damage. Yeah. So, just something to watch out for. Because that means that they're going to be chunking you harder. Okay. So, we're fighting 3v3 bottom here again. May's got Ice Wall. Unfortunate we couldn't grab him because there was a cooldown. We're like, see, we're walking. This is why Diablo doesn't do a good, like, front to back in this method. Like, you're walking up to try and flip and then pull them back into you. Yes, that's a valid method to try and get an engage, but, like, you're not going to actually, unless you're charging this guy, right, you're not going to get a successful engage. We really needed to change up our plan. Like, I think we needed to avoid KTZ. It's obviously this is, you know, all in reflection, ban KTZ or whatever, but like their 3-man is beating our 4-man right now. And so what that's telling me is that we've put our priorities on the wrong thing. Their game plan is never winning the dragon. They're looking for stacks, right? They're trying to get KTZ stacked. So as long as KTZ's stacking, they're winning. And they're doing a 1-1-3 by leaving the Zagara here middle. Right? So either A, Ramsey, who's absolutely dominating his lane, needs to pivot into a double soak, where Ramsey's clearing this wave as fast as possible and then clearing this wave as fast as possible, and never wins top, but allows the 4-man to constantly beat up the 3, or we need to be pivoting the Ramsey down to bottom. So he can anchor this by himself and leave Cassia up here versus Rag. Right? Because Cassie's going to stack off Rag all day. Rag can't not walk into the wave to clear it. So you could put Cassia versus Rag here, and then your 3-man can just kill Zagara over and over again. So, but the way that you've played this is you're playing right into their hand, which is I want KTZ to get stacked. Our game plan is winning through the dragon, right? Like we literally won the offlane, and they're gonna win everywhere else because we didn't prioritize our lanes and our win conditions. So, let's see if we can find a couple other cool things. You guys should be also calling, like, is chain up, chain down, stuff like that, just that way you're aware. This is a good attempt, but I said you gotta watch that comm just got chained. So, Rexar's covering mid, Tychus is helping. Okay, we're 7, so our wave clear's better now. Okay, we're fighting 3v3 again. Like, do we have to jump on this point right now? Is there any advantage being gained? Right? Like, sure, we can check it. We can put our bodies on it and check it. But we have no vision right now of where Zagara is. No vision of where Ragnaros is. We know that Erica's too far away to help. So we're essentially saying, let's 3v3 versus KTZ, who wants stacks. Here we go. Now we get a kill. Oh, no. I don't know how if your charge got interrupted or what happened. That was a free Mei. Oh, nice TP'd away to save someone. Can you guys get a kill down here? 3v2? Nope. Yeah. So I don't think we want Q Cassia this game. It sounds counterintuitive because Mei has blinds, but you're just, like, either you just have a problem where both Tychus and Cassia, I don't know if they last pick Mei or something to counter potentially your auto attacks or something, but, like, you guys don't have any real way to burst the tank, and you guys keep engaging on Mei. The only burst that you have for the tank is Tychus. And so if Tychus is supposed to be the burst for your damage plan here, then we need to be not engaging on Mei, but looking at like Brightwing or KTZ so we can get kills. Because right now, every engage that we take is not being followed up well, and that's partially Bo being over-aggressive. Like, that's what happens when Diablo like looks for charges into wallbangs and stuff. And then Mei is a zone tank and just keeps dropping things to where we're not able to engage. So we need to be, like, I know normally we want Erica to be catching the waves, which is what she's doing because that's her normal job. And so she's doing that with the grenade build, which is fine. It's just we need to change up how we're playing this, or we need to just stop giving them free stacks and stop engaging when there's no advantage. Because look right here. Once again, there's nothing to do. Like, sure, there's a wave here, but we don't need you to be standing here for the wave. If the pressure's middle, let's go middle. Right? Like, we're asking to fight again 2v2 without a tank. So, we didn't get punished this time. I don't know where Brightwing is. Okay, so Diablo's finally rotating the middle. Nope. Well, maybe. Nope. Okay. Like I said, we need to do something about this Zagara. This Zagara is literally just getting everything for free and is the most exposed person on their team. Good job, wifey. Nice. It's a 3v3 down here now. That's a good... There we go. See, we finally got the engage we wanted, and now they're just up... They got ults and up a level. Here comes Zagara. We're going to die. Yep, Bo, just do your best to live. You're going to die no matter what. Oh no, poor Rhaegar ran in. right? They took the fight when they had 10s. They didn't fight really, like they were getting stacks off KTZ, but they focused on getting Zagara mid. So now that the building's down, Rag is able to double soak because he knows he'll never win versus Rexar. So we need to be pushing for our advantage and helping the Rexar lane. Like, if we would have potentially done some more macro-oriented things early, and, like, taken this camp early to push into the Rag, because Rag can't clear this. So if we push into here early, maybe we knock down his wall early, or we can get other advantages on the map. We just are running headfirst into their game plan. Let's see if we can... Look at now, we got 10s. What did we decide to do? So we decided to go APOC. They have Wind, Maw, and Lava Wave. We have Ball and Odin. Okay. So our win condition is to try and one-shot somebody, or at least get enough damage out on Mei, hopefully. Calm needs health and mana. Like, if you're looking to engage here, this is just too low. Oh my gosh, KTZ thinks. Yep, we're all dead again. Good Ancestral, save yourself. 1 for 1. That's not too bad when you're behind. Oh, and now you're dead. Did we have Cleanse? Looks like we had Cleanse. Make sure you use that Cleanse. Opiates. I know it probably just popped up. Well, I can back up, I can see. No, we had the Cleanse. Make sure you're using that Cleanse right here. Right? Get her out. If she's out of that route, and out of the polymorph, she actually won't die to this explosion. She can walk away. I actually need to watch the whole game now. Did you take the Cleanse upgrade too? You did. You took the Cleanse upgrade to where, like, they get healed more. Yeah, if you remove someone, you heal them. You literally would give them a heal that's stronger than your Q. It's equal to your Q when you purge them. Right? Like, every 8 seconds, you heal someone for 400. Every, what is this? Reduce the cooldown by 15 seconds. So, every 45 seconds, you have a bonus 400 heal, and you purge them from being in danger. We need to be using this. Like, both of those kills were, both of those people would have lived if you would have purged either one. So, Rexar's finally going to get bullied. So, clearing what we can. They get the dragon. There's 2 top. There's not a lot we can do here. There's 3 top. They're bringing KTZ. Look at this. Rexar's winning so hard, they're having to bring KTZ top. So, like, what are we going to do with this? Thank you. Way to take a camp. Good job, good job, good job. Feel free if you need to save your mana there, Opiates, because now we don't have the totem when we might actually be able to use it. Right? Like, we knew that they were coming and Bo got up to the bush. Right here. Oh my. Okay, cool. She does die. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. Punish her for face checking that bush. I said Zagara is weak when you can body her. So they've won so hard now that they're throwing everything up at Ramsey. So this is the one thing that you have to watch out for now that they've rotated up to try and battle Ramsey. Right? We need to get equal value or better. So Ramsey can hold his lane here for a while. Just because... Uh-oh. Get on the other side of the tower. Oh, you didn't need it. Just because they don't have tons of siege. And once the bears back up, they can do that. But you guys have to take out this whole building right now. Like, I would Odin up for this building. Because you needed to call, we're trading. Because poor Ramsey's going to die on top of that. Like, piggies are good. He saved his building. Misha's back up. Did we Odin up yet? Nope. Odin for this building. Don't just use Odin for team fights. If you're taking Odin, make sure you're also looking at taking it for the... Oh, no. We got stunned in our own tower. See? So I guess that's one of the things we need to call. Are we pushing for this building? Because we essentially left Ramsey high and dry 3v1. And we got a Zagara kill because she face-checked a bush and a wall. Like, that's definitely not equivalent. So, next time, if you have Odin, and the call is to push a building, push Odin. because unless you're going to use Odin for the unstoppable frames, right, to like dodge a KTZ, thing, which I don't know if you knew that. When you push Odin, you're unstoppable during the Odin animation, so he won't be able to pull you with his chain. So if you are trying to do that, then okay, cool, good tech. But if you guys are calling, we're gonna hit the building, like let's hit the building. Don't like, we could have gotten this building and maybe killed Nathaniel here if we'd Odined up instead of trying to Q the building, right? Like your Q does 920 damage to the target over the entire 4 seconds, but Odin just wrecks buildings and clears the wave and supports everything you're trying to do and potentially draws their fire to where Rexar doesn't lose his top. Because now that Rexar's lost top, despite being an amazing offlaner, he can't safely get this anymore because he has to overextend to get this point. So this is going to be way harder here. And then losing a person to the towers in May is rough. Going home to get mana. Rexar's covering middle. We need to all get ready for middle. Looks like they're going to get the point. Careful getting chained to your bear here. That's a good idea. Alright, he missed. Lava Voice coming mid. Okay. This is... oh, that's a really dangerous positioning because we didn't see that the May's in this bush. So Erica's okay. We have a crazy team fight. Look where we are. Look where Cassie is. Cassie just rezzed. Right? So as long as we got our one stall off... oh, was this an APOC for a stall? Or is this APOC for an engage? Because you don't have anyone near you for this engage. Great Ancestral. Did you have anti-heal? Or is your Ancestral just that weak? 1,966. He got chunked that hard that your heal literally, like, is deleted? Okay, so right here. Look where Tychus is. If we're going to try and stall, we can safely stall from this bush. Going around to this side means we have a further place to retreat, as well as no vision of the lane. Right? So right now, we left the lane, and Brightwing cues the bush. As we come around this way, we don't have vision of this bush. I don't know if Tychus is trying to grenade the bush, but Tychus is walking into potentially where 2 people are. Ooh, I didn't know that. There were literally 2 people in the bush. Right? So like this is a dangerous rotation. And then we're so split we can't do anything. Like even if you land your full stun wombo APOC combo, Rhaegar and Diablo most likely will not kill one of these 2. Like even though they're squishy, you 2 cannot kill them by yourselves. You need a DPS. So being this split means that we are either A, calling for just poke the shrine, and if we're calling for just poke the shrine, what we need is vision. So we drop the totem or something like over here so we can have vision of their channel while Rexar goes and gets top. Like doing this means you're going to die. And your Fire Stomp also is very good for blocking and getting the vision, right? Spell Armor was used a little early, potentially, there, just because you didn't get hit by any of the KTZ combos, and that's really what the Spell Armor's for. Like, look at this engage. If Erica's right here next to you, these guys are dead. But, like, because we, like, did this weird half-and-half engage, like, Erica doesn't even know to come to you. Like, this is not a called engage. You needed to be calling this bow. Wow. Like, that's how much health Diablo has when you cast an Ancestral like that and it doesn't even give you past half health. That's pretty silly. Okay, so once again, we're not in a position to fight. You need to be queuing this May to get out. There you go. Rhaegar's probably dead. I don't know. Yep. Rexar's somewhat here. I'd have to watch your rotation here, Ramsey, if you left the bear on the point and started rotating down, which is fine. But you normally want to be coming into engages with bear in front. Like, imagine if you and the bear were swapped position-wise here. Like, your bear potentially can stun these guys and create an opportunity for opiates to run north. But right now you're in danger. Because if KTZ lands his chain on opiates, like, you might just get collateraled. Snowball hit the bear. Okay, that's a waste. Who's our target? Look at where you guys are at. Look at where you're at. Like, I don't mind Calm going in the back and doing work, right? Especially if he's if we get the opportunity. But look at how chaotic this fight is. Calm potentially has Zagara, right? Ramsey's hitting Brightwing, and you've got you two chasing Nathaniel, and Opiates is running for his life. Oh, we just didn't focus, because Calm didn't know that we were looking at Brightwing. That was a free Brightwing, too. Okay, we get Rag. Cassia dies to minions. How did Cassia die? Did Cassia chase too far? Oh my gosh, Cassia, do you die to the minion? Oh no. Calm, that's embarrassing. I don't have anything else besides that. Like, if you're running for your life, just hug the wall. Like, as hard as you guys live there, like, that's sad. Spell armor? You don't have it now. Now you die. I don't know how long that spell shield was down, but... Alright, so we essentially traded 1 for 1. No, 2 for 1. No, never mind. We lost that trade. Okay, we have Dragon here briefly. We're down 3 levels. We need soak. We need advantages. We need kills. Right? So... Okay, if we're looking to fight down here, again, where's the DPS? Where's the follow-up? If we're just protecting this shrine, we have nothing to run back to. So this is not safe to protect. Right? If we want to protect this shrine, we can be controlling the vision middle to see where they're going, or we can be staying in our safe bush to see what's happening. Because right now they have pure vision of you guys because of all the minions that are in the way. And I don't know, someone's taking top. Someone's probably on this camp. Right? Like, and like Diablo can't wave clear. So like this is like you're now further and further away from your team. And look, we're trying to do this camp, and now there's no one to peel or engage or do anything, because I don't know how many are here, but if they're showing 2, right, there's probably more. Nope, it's actually only 2. Disengage right here. Get that cut off. Brightwing, right now. Beautiful. Oh, you APOC'd late. Looks like it's not going to matter. So if you know you're going all in, right, you're calling a big fight going on, just rip APOC. Don't sit here and save it for, like, a cheeky combo. Like, sure, you had the wallbang already, but since there was 2 of them, and Brightwing has the mist to get you out, if you rip APOC and you hit the stun into the wall, as soon as you're stunned from the walls ever, the APOC hits, right? Because the way that this overlaps is that after 1.75 seconds, it stuns. And your Q stuns for 1 second when they hit the wall. So if you APOC charge, there's no way that Brightwing's going to get that wind off. Oh my gosh, and then we die. So could we have done that better? Because this is the fight. This is what you needed. You guys needed to win this right here. So if APOC happens first, you still have Spell Shield up. Spell Shield. Spell Shield. It did come out, but you have minus 10 armor now. And then, are we hitting this camp after our kill? Was it called camp? Or is the camp just like collateral damage from all of our damage? So the camp was just collateral damage. Okay. We need to be cognizant of clumping. Even if KTZ didn't hit you with a chain here, Zagara could maw and hit 4. Right? Like, we need to, if we're going to be fighting, I don't know if we knew they were 5, but if we're going to be fighting 5v5s, like, make sure we take the safe fight. Because instead we give them 2. Oh, and we get mod afterwards. Yeah, so you're dead again. Yeah, so we got 3 for 1 in a camp. And sure, you can say it's KTZ things, but like, Jaina Ring. You know, any other burst ability would have been able to potentially get that. Then Erica's just got to play safe. Yep, don't get killed. Once again, I will quickly go back and look, but I have not seen you Odin this whole game. If you need to D-push or need to do something, just if you're going to pick Odin, just imagine it as a siege and anti-siege tool. Right? Like, it doesn't do a lot in team fights. Most of the pros pick this because they're going to be using it to win objectives, to siege, to do things. Like, use it for siege, use it for anti-siege. Like, don't hold it for a magic team fight. Like, even in this choke, we could have used Odin if you really knew we were engaging as 5. Right? So it's kind of a weird thing. Like, there's a reason why Tychus kind of gets this weird back and forth of, like, what should I be? Should I be in Tychus or be in Odin? Because talent-wise, like, in the rhythm's the right choice here. Because that means that your minigun will last longer and outlast Maze Blinds. Right? So this is a good pick. But the question becomes, like, your D being longer doesn't really work with Odin. So, like, if your job is to do damage to May and not push buildings, then take the laser. Because then you at least are always attacking, and the laser is always attacking. Right? Like, I have not seen you push this button for sieging or for defending. This is dangerous. You need to get on the other side. Nope. So, oh, do we get Zagara? We didn't have internet for that. And you're dead. So yeah, if you're into KTZ or anyone else that has the ability to pull a chain or do something, always stay behind or in the way of an object. Like, if Stitches is showing, clear from safety. If, you know, it's like, find ways to fight where you're not going to get trapped. Or if they do manage to pull you, they only pull you a short duration instead of the full duration. And then Bo tried to peel and looks like overextended, and then didn't have any of his buttons available to stop Ragnaros from channeling. I don't think anyone has a button besides Tychus Grenade. But Tychus, I think, was running for his life. See, now we Odin. So, and unfortunately, I don't know if this Odin gets anything. Like, sure, we get Rag out. Bear's trying to make plays. Oh no, Calm got too close. If we had R here, did we have that earlier, Ramsey? Yeah, don't be afraid to just rip these buttons, guys. Like, you're sitting here holding on to your R's for, like, the perfect moment. Right? You're right here. Your Bear's coming in for a stun. Right? Like, I see it. Your Bear's looking to stun, looking to do something. Right? Just throw your R. You hit 4 players with it. Even if you don't use the slow part of it. Doesn't it do... It does, like, 200 damage to every player. That's 1,000 damage right here. Once Rag comes out. Right here. That's a 1,000 damage just because your R is available. And then that potentially creates an opportunity for your Bear to stun. Right? It looks like you used the stun before they came out. But and then it's just one of those things where, like, we got to be aware of our positioning again. Like, Calm's trying to follow up on the Bear stun that didn't happen. And so if this slow was out, maybe Calm could have gotten a better position to be able to actually do damage with this. That's just KTZ things. Yep. It's a good attempt. Alright, that's game. So, to me, this game here, we didn't do what we wanted to do. So, the game plan, from what I'm seeing on the table here, is Diablo charges and flips, and Cassia follows up with an E, or with Tychus damage. And so for Diablo to do that, I'm like just going to go zone over here. Okay? For Diablo to get engages that's worth value, we need to be looking for engages out of rotations into the choke. Like Diablo needs to be rotating around and finding people to slam them into. Or Diablo needs to be rotating around and like finding people to get an engage. Right? Like the one engage that we got that was free was when Zagara came down here and face checked this bush. Right? And so like we want to be looking for ways that you can be coming from out of vision to engage, because most of your early game engages when we started losing these walls here, you're walking through vision in the minion wave to try and flip somebody with your E and then push them back with a Q, or E and then maybe reposition them to Q them into the wall or something. And like we just don't have the kill pressure with Q Cassia. Q Cassia is a stacking late game hero. Right? Like that's why we go Q build, is because it stacks, not because it adds a ton of damage. Right? So if we increase the damage of Lightning Fury by 15, Lightning Fury's damage is increased of 1.5 every time it hits a hero, right? So you got an additional 53, so it's an additional 100 damage. That's not going to help you burst or kill anything within this Diablo wallbang charge thing. If you wanted to be more of a wall tank this game, Bo, Fire Breath. Because then when KTZ chains you or tries to chain a teammate, like, yes, you're standing still, but you don't move. Sure, they move to you, but like that might mess him up because he's trying to like predict, oh, I can chain one here, it's going to land here. But if you start like wall banging and then you fire breathe, right? Like they can't move you. So, and then yeah, I think the biggest thing is we just did not have the kill pressure bottom, and we kept running our heads into the wall while giving KTZ a million stacks instead of abusing the fact that they took a Zagara. Right? And they have no hard engage. You know what I mean? Like all they did was sit there and wait for us to go in, and then KTZ would get a chain. So if we were to play this matchup again, even if they have the KTZ, yes, it seems like he's a skilled KTZ player, just don't give him free stacks. Don't like take free fights. You have Rhaegar, you have Tychus. You guys could have taken all of these camps. You didn't take this camp once this whole game. Hopefully I don't break the replay doing this. Okay. So let's just do everyone vision for a second so we can look at rotations. All right. Okay. So yes, we died earlier on here. It's no big deal. Okay. So this is a 4v3 right now. Cassia's rotating to do this camp. Okay. Is there any threat down here that we need to answer right now? And the answer is there's a camp. Right? They took their camp out earlier than we did because of our early game deaths. Okay. Who's the best at clearing on our team? It's going to be either the free grenades from Tychus, safest, right? Or if they push in far enough to where we can maybe pull them into the thing. But right now, we're 2v4 down here. And Tychus is trying to cover mid. Like, this point, it means nothing. Like, Rexar's winning top. So from this moment right here, someone should have been calling, in my opinion, we should have had, instead of Cassia on this camp, I know she doesn't have great wave clear, but Cassia comes down here and parks her butt. Or AA Cassia can do camp, and so we take AA Cassia up here with Rhaegar. Right? Rhaegar plus somebody. Let's do this camp. We're winning top. Let's force them to do something about it. Right? Because right now, they're winning bottom. Okay, once again, there's nothing to stand up here for, right? If you can just hang back out at the gate. Both your DPS are doing this. Either you hang back at the gate, or you're rotating over here to make sure that they don't get invaded. Like, you can't do anything in the lane right now. Feel free to also just go home. You don't have a tap, just go home. right? Save some resources, go home. And then, since we are already committed to this camp, we finish this camp, let these two hold the lane the best they can. And so we need to clear this. Cassie is running middle, which is fine. Cassie can also wave clear. But she needs to wave clear, but she's also trying to stack, so that makes it difficult. And then I remember we engaged down here, I think, and then, oh no, we stood up too far. And we got, like, chained, right? Yeah, we're looking for engages 3v3 with no health. So, yeah. So, if Rexar's winning this hard, like, we need to be either doing more mid, supporting Rexar by getting camps that help him win even harder, right? Especially when we're losing. We just can't keep running back to the same headbanging and think that we're not going to get a headache. So, even right here, as soon as this minion dies, right now, these two should go top camp. Or Cassia and Rhaegar, top camp. And your only would be half a level down at this point if we were to make that little minor pivot. Right? So, because now we're like brawling down here, giving KTZ stacks. We're not stopping Zagara, who's going to start knocking down our wall. Right? I think you send 2. They have to answer this camp too. So send 2. You know, we'll pick these 2 just because it'd be easy. Leave Cassia mid, or pick Cassia and Rhaegar. Leave Tychus mid for now. Right? Tychus can start clearing while they're doing this camp. Diablo can watch to make sure that Tychus isn't in danger. And then Diablo can catch the wave. Right? Like, we're going to lose some damage doing this play because we're going to be, taking this camp. So if they clear this quickly, sure, they might siege a little bit. But we're creating pressure up here to where we can get something done. Because right now we're just giving KTZ stacks. Right? We're fighting 4v3 here, and Zagara's getting the whole mid-wall in that second it took us to rotate down. So, alright. That's it for me. Hopefully you guys learned something there. A little bit more harsh. I know. It's hard. It sucks playing into a one-trick. It sucks doing that. But I think we also need to look at how are we using our heroes and damage structure. Because if the win condition was getting kills off Diablo engages, we didn't have DPS present for multiple engages. And then if the win condition was, win through top because we took Rexar, right? Because this is a great play, win through top with Rexar, we need to then support and use the Rexar. Because Rexar won his lane, right? All game he won. So it's like we just kept dying bottom. So, all right. Have a good one, guys. Catch you on the next one.